फोन बाहर ही दे रहे हैं साइलेंट है फिर ठीक है हेलो फ्रेंड्स welcome to AQIS. Today we are talking about a very important question which comes to experienced mind, particularly those who are starting afresh. How to prepare for civil service examination. And this question is common amongst all, even those who have taken one or two attempts, still they find it difficult to understand in case they are not able to make it to civil services. This exam is little different. This exam has lot of disciplines to deal with. The syllabus is such which has got number of subjects you have to take care of. You have to prepare lot many things. Some subjects may be of your choice, some subjects which are new to you, but still you have to take care of all the things, and this is really important. And for those students who are not able to understand what this examination is, I think we'll have lot of answers for the queries you have. I'm having with me Saroj sir. He's having vast experience in handling civil service examination aspirants, people who are preparing for this examination, and knowing what works here. I think he'll have many suggestions for you which you can put to use and make real make advantage out of that. So let's start.
So it's really a nice moment, sir. I'm proud to be having with me Mr. Atul Kapoor. He's the director of AQIAS. It's really a privilege to be with him, and all the students and their parents will welcome you on behalf of AQIAS. See, as sir was saying, it's a battle. The preparation for civil services examination is a battle. And then this all about this preparation and strategy, I think you people have heard a lot. So what we decided, we should give it a new dimension. During our experience, we have witnessed one fascinating and very relevant and prominent question, that will I be successful in the very first attempt? It's a big question. Answer is yes, answer is no also. So we'll throw a deep light on this particular topic, that whether you will be success in the first attempt or not. So even Mr. Atul Kapoor, he has been associated with the Career magazine and a very big publication house, Pratyogta Darpan. I think all of you have heard of. He has got more experience of interacting with the toppers in particular. So they have shared their experience with him. So sir, what do you say? Will a person be successful in the first attempt?
Yes, it is common. If we look at the result, if we have 800 students, every year around 8-10% of the successful candidates, they make it into their first attempt. So it's really achievable. A lot of people, a lot of toppers.
I don't know, sir. Which kind of vitamin and tablet do they take?
The vitamin which works is really focused hard work, right direction. I think that is the one thing which is needed, and probably that is the thing which, because till the time you're not understanding the exam plan first, you're not understanding the requirements, what UPSC is looking for, and next big thing is understanding the intricacies involved in preparation of this examination. So these are the things. These are very small things, but if you understand, if you take care of your syllabus, you take care of uh, uh, your if you're able to take care of your syllabus, and besides that, understanding the exam plan, connecting prelims with mains, and then interview, understanding the complete exam plan, I think that is the one thing which really works.
Some of you have switched on your mic. Will you please unmute it, because that interference is coming. Once you want to speak, you can unmute it. As of now, please mute it.
There's little disturbance, yes.
Yes. So, anyway, sir, we are discussing ki we should have right plan, we should know the examination. I believe yesterday only the examination result of CBSE has been declared for class 12. Allotment listeners would be from class, those people who have just passed their class 12, maybe they would have also got more than 95%. And even those who have got some other kind of percentage, everybody is eligible, because this is also another question which we are flooded with. He said, I have got this much percentage of marks, I have got that much percentage of marks, shall I be eligible or not? Dear friends, all of you are eligible as long as you have passed. UPSC is very secular and democratic in this thing. If anybody who have passed graduation are eligible to write this examination, because they trust their examination system very well. Whatever percentage you have got is immaterial. So, sir, we are saying ki we should know the plan of examination, we should know the syllabus examination. The people who have just passed class 12, or maybe those who are in the first year or second year of graduation, they might not be knowing what is the syllabus. So briefly, I think we should focus light on the syllabus.
I'd like to talk little about those who have just cleared 12th examination. Time has changed. This examination was used to be a 5-year plan for a lot of aspirants. If I talk, say, around a decade back, people used to plan for civil service examination, thinking in mind that it would take 3, 4, 5 years, and then accordingly they used to plan. But of late, things have changed. There is a dramatic change now. Students who are in 12th class, they get eligibility only after they'll complete their graduation. Minimum 3 years or 4 years, we take and all.
Yes.
So whenever you are eligible. But when you start your preparation after 12th, say in first year or second year of the examination, it becomes easy for you to handle the pressure, because this examination has got so many things to deal with. You need your knowledge and awareness level should be such where you are able to remember. You need to know what you require. And as far as current affairs, which is an integral part of this examination now, UPSC has really gone innovative. They are really creative in making questions for prelims and main examination. So when you handle current affairs, the knowledge you accumulate in 2, 3, 4 years time, you start, you read newspaper if normal way. It's totally different what UPSC preparation requires. You need to pick out topics, you need to pick out those news. There may be some news which are static, there may be some news which are developing, and you have to keep track of it. And in the process comes the importance of note making and constantly improving these. So when you prepare long term, 2, 3 years, then kind of knowledge you gain, your awareness level, and your ability to connect things. You have read something, say 2 months back. If something similar happens with that, you're able to relate, because now when you are preparing from examination point of view, you're little serious. You know what you are doing. You are segregating your way of gathering information. You are having different notes for different subjects. If you are dealing with polity, you are dealing with economy, Like economy is such a dynamic subject. Every day there is something or else which really attracts your attention. So if you are starting after 12th, gradually you will, because this examination has got advantages and disadvantages for 12th plus first year, those
Sir,
who are in
I will
first second
summarize
years.
what you have said. Uh, since we're discussing about the syllabus of the examination, so let's say कि first stage is preliminary examination. My dear friends, there are 5-6 segments which you need to be aware of. And the UPSC said general studies. It doesn't say general knowledge. So there's a difference between general knowledge and general studies. I think, sir, you agree with me. In general knowledge, you need to be little bit superficial. कि हाँ, भारत के पहले राजा कौन थे, पहले गवर्नर जनरल कौन थे, वहाँ के गवर्नर कौन है. But then when you are here in the preparation of civil services examination, then you need to know the process, that how a person becomes a governor, if he is there, what kind of duties he is supposed to perform, and how he can be removed, how he can be instituted. So there is a difference between general knowledge and general studies. I mean to say, you need to have a deep study. So coming back to syllabus, in preliminary examination, you need to know about the general studies segments like Indian polity, constitution, and governance. I think we did not elaborate on all these things, isn't it, sir? Once you are here with us, our respective teachers will give you a threadbare analysis of each and every topic. Then you need to know about the Indian history. I'm talking about prelims. Then you have world geography along with the Indian geography. By world geography, I mean physical geography as well as Indian geography. Physical geography as well as economic geography of the world, physical geography and Indian economic geography of the India also. Then you have Indian economy, as sir was discussing, there are lot many developments every day. Why every day, every second there is a development in the sector of economy. So you need to know about the Indian economy and India's interaction with the world with regard to economy, because that is very important. All alone, we cannot operate, at least in the present day, of economic world. So what I said, Indian polity and constitution, Indian history, geography. Then you have science and technology along with the ecology, environment, and biodiversity. After that, you need to be aware of the current developments. So that was all about the preliminary examination. Also, we have paper 2, that is called CSAT. That's the colloquial name. We mean Civil Success Aptitude Test, wherein you will be tested on quantitative aptitude, your logical reasoning, your decision-making capability, comprehension, as sir is saying. So with this, your preliminary syllabus is over. Then come to mains. See, mains is extension of what you have studied in the preliminary examination, apart from one paper, that is ethics, integrity, and aptitude, which is the paper 4 of the mains examination, general studies. Paper 1, it consists of geography, history, and Indian society and social issues related to that. Paper 2 is all about Indian polity, constitution, governance, international events, relations. Paper 3, it consists of Indian economy, ecology, environment, disaster management, India's internal security, border management, and science and technology as well. Let's come to paper 4. As I said, it is ethics, integrity, and aptitude. So in a nutshell, that is the syllabus of general studies. You need to opt for one of the optional subject. We'll discuss about that also, how to go choose your optional subject. And then we have qualifying papers. One is English, which is mandatory for everybody. And then we have one vernacular language you can choose as per your comprehension. So consisting of all, there are 7 papers, 250 into 7, 1750 marks. God willing, you are there in the merit list of men's examination. You will be assessed for your personality test, 275 marks. Total is 2025. Quoting a very modest figure, if you are scoring around 45%, you may be among the toppers. I think sir will agree with me. Yes. So sir, that is about the syllabus. Then we should come about the planning. So planning is a very important part. I think sir can throw a better light on planning so that you people could plan for yourself. See, as sir was saying, there was the era which was little bit different. There was not so much of exposure. Most of the time people you had, I mean, they were definitely the students thought that if you don't come to Delhi to prepare, perhaps you have not come to Makkah and Medina, you may not be able to get into services. But these days, time has changed. It's era of digital world. There are so many things. Those who can come, they are always here. Those who cannot come, we are there to serve you at your doorstep through our digital platform. So, sir, please throw a light on planning. How they should plan.
As I was talking about exam preparation plans and all these things, uh, when I was talking about earlier, it used to be 5 year plan. Now the 5 year plan has changed. It is still 4 5 years plan, but your planning starts 3 years before. Earlier people used to start their planning after graduation, and they used to start preparation, then they'll put in 1 or 2 years of preparation, and then they'll take examination, and god forbid if they fail, then they again used to appear. Now people have started taking this examination so seriously that during 12th after 12th examination, during your college days, you plan your things, you plan your preparation, because handling general studies in first year is not difficult. When we look at the syllabus and what UPSC is looking for, this is something which is related to your academics, because when we talk of NCRT book, role they play in your preparation, you have already gone through those books from 6th to 12th, and this is the base. People now, some of the successful candidates have given this examination new name, bookless examination. This is what they are saying. You have the knowledge, NCRT books, read it again, understand the things. You read newspaper day-to-day basis, you improve your things, and after that, if there is some topic which is giving you like you need to update your preparation, you need to look at your things, you can use internet judiciously. So this is what people think, and they are making it with the good. Their result is among top 10, top 15, top 20. So you need to understand, and you need to plan where you want to figure in the merit list, and this all requires planning. When we are talking about this, it's a
I'll just add on to what sir has said. Your planning should start by asking one question to yourself. Am I comfortable with everything which I have studied till class 10 or 12? If the answer is affirmative, you are bang on. Nobody can stop you if you are ready to follow a regimen wherein you will be supposed to read 8 to 10 hours a day. That cannot be avoided. So if you say I am thorough with everything till class 10, pick up the social science book of class 11th and 12th. As sir was saying, your foundation would be laid by NCRT textbooks. If the answer is negative, you know, I had studied, but I have forgotten. My dear friend, pick up the textbooks of all the social science subject from class 6. 6 to 10, it shouldn't take you more than 15 to 20 days. Finish it off, then embark on your journey. 8 to 10 hours, how you should divide. My simple calculation is, along with your school, college, whatever, you should also be able to devote 6 to 10 hours in addition to that. So I will say 2 hours minimum you give for one subject or one component of general studies. Let's say you made a plan for 30 days that I have to finish off history section in 30 days. So 30 days in the month of August, 2 hours, you designate the time, read history, that's all. 2 hours you have to read newspaper, and 2 hours apart from what you have studied in your college, because that should be your optional. I was saying we'll be discussing more, but as of now I'll only say 2 hours or 3 hours you should devote for your that particular subject in which you are graduating. So that amounts to 6 hours, and it also depends upon the kind of comprehension level one has. So 6 may translate into 7. So 6 to 7 hours a day, I think it will make your career. So that's one thing I wanted to add on with what sir had said. Apart from that daily planning, once NCRT things has also been planned, now you decide how you want to proceed. What you have to do further, sir will throw a light, but I think, sir, people are restless, so we should pick up some question.
Uh, okay, we'll pick up some questions and
Sir,
later
how
on.
to choose optional subject. Okay, sir, please reply to that question.
See,
Sankita has an
I think we can mute.
Yeah. So, sir, we'll reply to Sankita. She has asked how to choose optional subject.
See, it depends at what level you are starting your preparation. Because in case you are a beginner, if you're starting your preparation in your first year of graduation, uh, I'll suggest you should start your preparation with general studies, and in the process you'll come across many subjects, and out of that, if you develop some interest, you get fascinated by some of the subjects, then you can make a list of you can shortlist 3 4 subjects, and after that it can be a rational decision. But those who are planning to appear in 2022-23, probably the best thing is see before 2013 we used to have 2 optional subjects. Scene was totally different. That was the time when subjects like philosophy, literature of languages, and some other subjects were performing because they were chosen as second subject. But now, when we have only one subject to deal with, so it has to be a judicious decision, and you should be very careful when you are opting for your optional subject. See, this examination requires bit of planning. You want to succeed in your first attempt. You need your strategy from day one. You have, as I said, you have
Just I'll-
2025
once again,
marks.
I'm interrupting, sir. Please excuse me, sir. See, Sankita, you have asked ki how to choose optional. Sir was saying ki it all depends upon your interest. Definitely, very much true. What I will say, what are the parameters based on which you can decide about your optional? Generally, 3 4 parameters that are going on, and most of the people will say you the same thing. I'll pick up the first one, which they're saying in mathematical terms, statistics may lie. So some people believe in statistics, although okay, we also believe in statistics, but that should not be so personal to make. So that you can make a judgment on personal basis that this subject is suitable for me. What I mean, I will say, people say that not many people have qualified with this subject. Not many people have qualified, but what is the percentage? If I go by the statistics of UPSC's annual report, maybe medical science is one of the subject which has got the highest percentage of.
Some of the literature of languages 100%.
Santhali or something of that sort, that language had 100% qualifying success. But these things will not determine your success, let me tell you. So don't believe in statistics that much. Rather, believe in what fascinates you. By this time, once you have graduated or even you are undergraduate, you know which kind of subject fascinates you. Of course, most of the people are fascinated by social science because it's a little bit easier compared to science and technology or medical science. So we also vote for the same. Another important parameter is in the optional subject, has it got some semblance or some appearance in the GS segment or not? So that also determines whether you should take a particular optional or not. Let's say you say, I want to go for history. Perfectly fine, because history has got a major chunk in paper 1. Although the weightage of the subject is very less, but we have to prepare for that particular subject in almost 1/4 of the total duration. So why not go ahead with history optional? Somebody says political science. So entire paper 2 is political science. Somebody said philosophy, half of the paper 4 is philosophy, sociology, likewise. So you see whether that particular subject has got some weightage in a general studies or not. If it is, and if that particular subject fascinates you, please go ahead. So rather we have given you 4 parameters: GS optional connection, statistics, your interest, and humanities subject in particular. I'm not voting for humanities, but yes, majority of the people are going for humanity. If you see the numbers, these are many. If you see the passing percentage, it is very less. For example, geography, it has around 5 to 6%. So is the case with PubAd, so is the case with political science. So don't go by these things. Ask yourself if a particular subject you are definitely fascinated to read in a greater detail, let that be the optional subject. Am I right or wrong, sir?
You're very right, but I would like to add one thing. As I was talking about scenario after 2013, and now the subject, which is your own subject, which you have read in your graduation, that gives you a little bit of comfort. And since the domain of general knowledge has got the uh, major weightage now, so when you plan your time, if you are opting for your own subject, you get a lot of time to devote towards general studies. And if I'm saying this with some data from past year results. You look at some subjects like commerce, law. These are subjects which have really performed very well. Success rate has gone up like anything in these subjects. And this, as sir was saying, statistics, uh, it's it could be one of the parameters, but uh, these datas keep on changing. And I'll say one thing, like geography is one of the most popular subject, but I think in past few years that subject has given a lot of heartbreaks. A few years back, a decade back, public administration was one subject which was ruling. Everybody was after that subject, and all of us have seen what has happened, the way things change. And so, if you just go by what others are doing, actually the problem with this examination is it's perception based. We go by the perception. We don't plan our things. This examination, 2025 marks, we need to plan our things. If I'm aiming at 50%, if I'm saying that I should get 1,000 plus marks, which assures me place in merit list, you uh, plan for 1100, 1150 marks. If you'll plan that, you'll get 1,000, 1,050. Depending on the performance and depending on the hard work you are putting in, how focused you are in your planning and your preparation as well. So if we are planning, and when we are talking about options, like take a subject which you think that can get you 300 plus marks, that would be a good subject for you. And for that, you need to look at the subject, its requirements, have a look at past year papers. That would give you idea about the current trends, and then you decide what way you want to
we
go.
have a candidate, Sonali, who is saying not decided yet. Sonali, if you could help you, because our aim is to inspire you, let the flicker of aspiration in you, let the flicker of inspiration ignite in you, and once that is there, then of course, with a lot of practice, you can definitely accomplish that. You can find the accomplishment, but if you could throw a little bit more light why you are not decided, we can help you. So going further, sir, we have one more question: how to prepare for CSAT? So it's very simple. CSAT is qualifying in nature. You only need to score 33% marks. That too, the segments of CSAT is quantitative aptitude. In fact, we mentioned in the beginning as well, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, decision making, comprehension. In comprehension also, the comprehension are given in such a way that it tests your nerves, in the sense that it tests whether you can make inference or not. If you are able to make inference, it means you are able to make a proper judgment. You can take a proper decision. So not a big deal. Quantitative aptitude, the standard is up to class 10th. You are supposed to read profit, loss, time and distance, work and time, all these kind of stuff. You have studied till class 10th, you can definitely do well, but yes, you need practice. But then there are questions which we have seen, it requires some level of further competence, which will hone your skills up once you are here. Don't worry about that. Why 33% will allow you to score 93% marks. And this is what our lecturers or our teachers have been doing previously. Even in the case of those non-mathematical section, I will say it's a reasoning, critical reasoning, if I could give a proper name to it. Our teacher is fantastic. He will enable you to make proper decision in the examination hall. Don't worry about that. It's a very simple thing, very simple examination, no problem at all. Moving further, sir, one question is how many test series should I attempt before the exam?
Before I answer that,
Yes, sir.
I just want to say about paper 2, you should be really serious about preparation, because
Yes.
this is qualifying, and if you perform very well and if you're not able to score 33% marks, you are going to be in trouble. And looking at past years,
to emphasize what sir has said, see, we have seen lot many debacles in paper 2 in last two years, I'll say. So please, I'll magnify the word of Atul sir. Don't take any sort of relaxation when it comes to paper 2. Sir, please continue.
and the other thing is, looking at past few years trend, this paper 2 is becoming little difficult, little lengthy. So more than understanding the subject and the constituents of this paper, you have to practice a lot. And for that, as the next question is test series, there comes the role of mock test and test series. But again, as I said, this whole civil service exam preparation is perception based, and for last 7-8 years there is a people's thinking that test series is one thing which is to start with. Test is what? Evaluation. And first, when you are not prepared, you have not understood what the examination requirement is, what the way of answering the questions in civil service examination, there is no use of test series. First, you have to prepare yourself. You prepare well, and when you feel that you have attained a level, and then only you should think of joining any test series. This is something which probably, if you'll understand, you'll agree with me. See, wherever you join in any coaching institute, when you are taught, your periodic evaluation is already there every weekend or
Every chapter. For
every
example,
chapter.
we will teach you one chapter, we'll go for the evaluation or assessment. So
So from the beginning, if you are joining any test series, not even, I'll not say that you join our test series, you join test series when you require it. First, prepare yourself well, understand the examination, understand the intricacies involved, and then answer writing practice, and then after that, when you feel you're nearing your examination, say 7,
I'll
8.
clarify them in a more colloquial way, I'll say. See, generally the session of coaching institutions start in the month of June, July.
Yes.
We take almost 10-12 months to complete the course. You can say 10 months definitely in continuity is required. So, until unless you are in the midst of a study for at least 6-7 months, I think it's futile to write any test series, because test series is generally comprising of all the components of the subject, and writing those test series is only beneficial for you. So what you should do, if you are in an institution, follow their curriculum, follow their pedagogy. I think if an institution is offering assessment kind of methodology along with the subject and chapter, nothing better than that. Once you are through with 70-80% of the portion, then you can start joining your test series. Most probably it would be better if the examination is held next year or year after in the month of June, I think you should start joining some test series which starts in the month of February. That's one thing. Just taking the discussion of sir a little bit further, he has already told you to join a good test series. Since the question is how many test series, I'll say anyone. Which is best in nature. How to find the best? See, the best can be found not by seeing the difficulty level of the question, but seeing the relevance of the question. And please understand me, understand us, whether the question is relevant or not, that you can judge by seeing the previous year question. And definitely, if you think the terminologies of the questions are known to me, but I am not able to answer, then that is definitely the good question for you. So see the records of the previous years of different institutions, how they conduct the test series. Join anyone, write well, get evaluated well. That will suffice your requirements. Sir, you're saying something.
That's what. If you're picking any test series, if it is prelims, normally you have 25, 30 tests in one test series. When you are appearing for mains test series, then for mains you have sectional question papers and then comprehensive papers for paper 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you choose one good test series, I think that is more than enough, because you will have number of tests. So no need to look for.
You need not join so many test series. Join any one institution, follow it religiously and judiciously. Success would be yours.
See, again, as I say,
go to Sonali. She is writing, sir, after joining class, I'll follow each and every path which will provide by you. That's why you wanted to say we are not decided. See, you are not decided, but it clearly shows that you are decided regarding if you join us, if you follow the path suggested by you, God cannot be unkind to you. You'll definitely reach some level or other level in the examination. Let's say maybe you will be reaching the stage of interview. Finally, you could not make it. But if the ways and paths suggested by us is followed by you harmoniously, if not in first attempt, in second attempt, success would be yours. Maybe even in first attempt, you could be a little bit lower in the rank. Could be. See, these are the could be probabilistic words, but who knows? We have seen the people who have made it into the top rank in the first attempt. Take the example of Tina Davi, Ankur Garg. Recently, I was seeing when he went to Harvard for some professional course, he was given a very
100 plus
percentage. So there are people around who have made it. So Sonali, I hope you are decided now. Please consult us further so that we could guide you further how to join, how to proceed. We'll take care of you. Since we started our discussion that whether we should, how one can crack in first attempt. We are seeing Sankita had asked, sir, how to crack CSC in first attempts. The things which we have talked are the elements of getting into services in the first attempt. Simple planning, execution, faith in God, you are there.
Here I would like to say one thing. Please mute. Little disturbance. Sorry. When you're talking about success in first attempt, this requires planning, as we said, and clarity about the exam plan. Look at any aspirant. This examination is such where nobody can say that I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it among top 10, top 50, top 100. Look at any of the topper. Before knowing their result, they are just aspirant. They are not sure that whether they'll make it or not. So a blink changes the life. You become from aspirant to a successful candidate with your name in this holy merit list. So for that, when you're planning, your planning starts with understanding the exam plan, prelims, mains, interview. These three stages, but these three stages look simple. Uh, People look at different stages, but this examination is such where you need to look at one unit, and it has always suggested that you start reverse. First, start with the preparation for interview, then mains. And if you're prepared well for mains examination, you'll very easily counter preliminary examination. Because looking at the kind of question papers being asked in preliminary examination, these are conceptual in nature. It requires something extra. If you start your preparation only for preliminary examination, chances are you are not able to make it. And if by chance, by luck, if you are able to crack preliminary examination, then you will find it difficult to prepare for main examination. That is the reason it has always suggested, by saying that start your preparation with interview in mind, that you start visualizing things from that perspective. You think that you are going to be civil servant, you are going to be in administrative job. So when you start thinking yourself in that shoe, you start uh, realizing what are the requirements and how you have to deal with all these things. And then main examination, you are covering your general studies papers in detail, and with that comes role of essay, and then optional subject when you prepare. And after that, when it comes to preliminary examination, then I think 3 months practice, little bit of study, and more of practice. That makes your preliminary examination easy to crack. That is what I feel.
Exactly, sir. One more thing, since somebody was saying, we follow whatever ways you show us, definitely you say it, but what happens? It's such a different type of examination. What happens? In the midst of preparation, sir, I have seen people start their preparation and suddenly they find the Indian polity and constitution is very near and dear to his or her heart. So the whole year they are reading polity, polity. See, this is the complete digression. You can be an expert in political science or maybe polity, constitution and governance, but that will never fetch you a result. You will say, where did I do anything wrong? I was reading, I was studying, but that will not give you the result. So it's a very important thing. You have, if you want success, you have to focus on each and every component of the examination. Anything else you like to add, sir?
This is what, in fact, people as Sir is talking about polity. Polity is probably the one constituent most of the aspirants start with, because it looks like constitution and few things, and they read one particular book and they just cram that and feel that they are really on the path to success. But when they encounter the examination, they find that polity is one. If you look at the scores of most of the successful candidates, paper 2, you'll find least marks. Last year, there are few students, few successful candidates who have got good marks. But if you look at last 7 years paper, 6-7 years, you'll see the trend that paper 2 effort and reward, it is maybe because most of the aspirants are not understanding UPSC's intent. This paper is little different. It is polity, but again, you go by the syllabus first. That's the reason. Here comes the importance of reading syllabus and rereading it and looking at all the topics covered in the syllabus. That would give you little idea about what UPSC is looking for. And if you change your preparation style, as I'm saying once again, perception that this book is good and we should follow this, and this is one thing which is stopping you, which is really giving trouble to lot many candidates. You need to plan, you need to read what you need, because as I'm saying, reading one book or one study material, here comes, we have information overload. This phrase is used quite often. You have to choose what you have to read and in what way you have to read, and what, when you're reading some book or some study material, what to leave, that is more important than what you read. So this is examination where in the beginning it is said that uh, unlearn first and then learn, because there are few things which are in mind, gives you uh, it acts like a mental block that I know this and this is what I require. But if you understand the requirements of this paper, or particularly we are talking about quality, but I'll say for all the 4 papers of main examination, you'll understand and you'll know in what way you have to move.
Fine, sir. The next question is, may I get the guidance on essay writing classes? Of course, why not? See, essay test your personality, your skills, your thinking. How you think, how and how you can analyze a particular topic. So, based on these parameters, based on these parameters, a kind of essay is given to you. These days, it has been divided in 2 sections, section A, section B. Out of 8, you have to write 2, choosing 1 from each section. Since it's such a big topic, I think within a limited amount of time, we cannot delve deep into it. Maybe tomorrow or day after, you people can see on our website, we'll give a introductory session on how to write an essay. But we are not going to discontinue here. See, generally, UPSC gives you topic from every area: science and technology, philosophy, social issues, political development, sometimes international development also. You see the nerve of the topic. What is the nerve? See, simply picking up the topic and start writing will not serve our purpose. You have to go deep inside, move little bit. You have to digress here little bit from the center of the topic, so that you could add flesh and blood to that particular topic. If you don't do these things, your essay will reduce to 200, 300 words, and that will not get you some good marks. Over the last 2 years, we have seen that topics which are bit philosophical in nature are being given. Our understanding is it is being given deliberately so that you can think in the examination hall on your own, and something, a real self of your will come out. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
See, as you have talked about essay, in past few years, essay is game changer. People scoring 160 plus marks, that's something which is really a excellent scope. And if you are able to get anything above 140, that gives you really advantage in your overall aggregate. So when it comes to essay, uh, you understand how good essays being like, this comes with the answer writing practice. And when you are preparing for this examination, for main examination, you are doing a lot of answer writing practice. So that thing really helps you in writing good essay. But here you need few things to understand, and like how to present your views, in what way, and in lesser words, how you express your things. And when you're talking about any topic, and the introduction, the body, and the conclusion, that's the most important thing. And understanding all these things comes with little bit of practice. So
Practice and wide reading. See,
yes,
you cannot perform well in the essay until unless you are a voracious reader. See, I'll give you a very simple example. How much money does a person need? Let it be the topic of essay for civil services examination. Everybody knows how much money do I need. Can you? do you have a plan ki how much money do you need? If you have that plan, you'll definitely write a better essay. If you don't know how much money do I need, what will you write? And if you know this much I need, why do you need it? Again, expand it. Has and if that need has some social perspective, some political perspective, political not in the political real political game, but political in the sense that if that can serve the polity and governance of the country or maybe your society also. So in simple words, social or political advantages it has, you will still be given better marks. Again, if you can think little bit philosophically, see, we have been reading since our childhood. साईं इतना दीजिए जाने कुटुंब समाए, मैं भी भूखा न रहूं साधु न भूखा जाए. But is that the only amount we are looking for? I believe no. And maybe मैं भी भूखा न रहूं has a different connotation in the present era. So you should know what you are supposed to. I mean, to what extent you should expand your topic. Relevance, I told you, if relevance is given a proper shape, it will definitely get you good marks. It will show your reality, your real personality, and if the examiners are convinced, he will definitely be given better marks. 140 or 160 will not be a distant.
I think one more thing I'd like to add, when it comes to essay, choice of essay, the topic which you pick up, that is very important. And when we'll talk about this essay, as I said, within a day or two, the session is going to be there. I think you should watch that and you'll get a lot of insights. Why I started AQIS. This is something, in fact, I never thought of that I'll enter into this organized coaching industry. But in last 34-35 years, what I saw was students, they come with dream and they have very high hopes, and their parents, they have a lot of dreams that their wards would do something spectacular, and they'll succeed, and probably the name and fame and prosperity, everything is associated with this examination. And but when we look at coaching institutes, most of the coaching institutes are run by subject experts. They have some if one institute is run by faculty of history or polity or maybe sociology, like that, political science. So that institute is known by that, and that is the strength of that institute. But whereas being really unbiased about any subject, I try to pick up subject experts, those who have got vast knowledge, they have experience of handling the subjects, and we have tried to put forth a program which really helps you in overall preparation, and probably after completing your course, you'll feel that you're confident, and all of us are going to be there, and every subject expert is going to help you in the best possible manner, which is
surely, sir, surely. I think let me reiterate what sir has said. Faculty would be unparalleled, matchless, peerless, rest assured. They are matchless, your result will be matchless. Your result will be peerless. So we'll be moving to the next question. Manoj had asked us, self-study or coaching. See, at the end of the day, it is self-study, but with the advice or mentorship or within the supervision of somebody. So if you are in a coaching institution, you have the mentorship in every component. If you are not there, maybe I think we have put up a small video on our YouTube, sir, about the same thing, whether how you should start or whether self-study is required or not. Yes, if your brother or sister, your kid or teen, anybody is there in the services, no need. But you need mentorship, you need guidance that cannot be gainsaid. It has to be there because it's such a vast, examination. At times you will feel digressed. Somebody needs to be there to put you on the main track, isn't it, sir?
Bilkul. See, if you are able to like uplift your preparation level to this examiner's expectation, then definitely you should go for it. And in last 34 years, I've seen a lot of candidates who have made it with their own efforts. Self-help is the best thing you can do. But this examination has changed a lot. Over the years, look at changes at prelims level in 2011, then means examination pattern change in 2013. A lot of new things have been added, and now everything is strategic. And as I said in the beginning, this examination is all about planning. You have to make a plan for yourself that out of 2025, how much you have to score, and looking at your strengths and weaknesses, you have to work on your strengths. And that is the reason it's always advised that initially you should self-analyze yourself. You should look at what subjects you like, what you don't. If you don't like any subject, what is that subject's role in general studies? If you're not able to understand that, then you cannot say that it's my weakness and maybe.
If civil services has given something in the syllabus, it has got its utility in the service. So that's the main purpose. So don't ignore anything. Moving further, there is a question from Dipanshi, sir. How one should start their preparation for IAS? Dipanshi, we don't know in which class you are. I hope you are definitely into college. Do one thing, wherever you will stay, move into the collectorate area of your district, or maybe if you are in Delhi or maybe in some metro city, the area where the government offices are there. Have a look for 2-3 days. If that inspires you, start the preparation. Now, how to start? Aimlessly, you start reading newspaper for continuously 15 days. See which kind of interest is invigorated in you. If you are really interested in public affairs and changing, see, recently I was just digressing a little bit. Yesterday only, sir, I was reading an article by Mr. Chandrasekhar and Mr. Jairaj, I think. One was Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Cabinet Secretary, another was Honorable Chief Secretary of Kerala. He has written very beautifully. It is very difficult to change the world, and it's very easy to earn the profit. So, corporate sort of management is not required in the civil services. You have to change the lot of the people, not in the sense their luck, their life, their living style, the kind of amenities they are getting, if they are not getting, why they are not getting. It's very difficult.
So here I would like to say the change I have seen, because I started interviewing IAS toppers from 89 batch. In fact, in last so many years, I've seen earlier it used to be social stigma like power, prestige, and all these kind of things. But of late, in last few years, I've seen lot many candidates talking about social service, repaying to the society, doing something for the country, and the way we have changed outlook, and world is looking at India as a growth engine. So a lot of youngsters, they want to contribute to the growth of this country, and probably this is what the most significant change I have seen in civil service examination. I don't know by how many people agree with me or not, but I have seen this change, and this is a big change. I feel good quality of youngsters talented people, people with higher degrees, professionally driven. A lot of youngsters, they are looking at civil service examination to do something for the country.
So for Dipanshi, the suggestion is, if the fire is ignited in you, that yes, I want to do public service, I want to uh, change the plight of the people. Yes, the day starts for you for preparation. Now coming back to the real preparatory level, yes, you have to start with NCRT, read newspaper daily, read the optional subject or the subject which you have chosen in your graduation. If that is in the list of the civil services, list of optional, perfectly fine. Your preparation should go on and write as early as possible. If you get stuck anywhere in the middle, consult any institution, you may consult us as well. We are there to help you. So we'll move further. We have one question wherein candidate is asking, is it possible to manage civil services preparation with college studies? It's very much plausible. Rather, I'll say it is icing on the cake, because every day reading mechanical engineering or maybe reading the management subject or maybe reading history, geography, whatever it is, we definitely like to add on some salt and pepper, and that you can do with the reading of newspaper, listening to good news channels, as I said, Raj Sabha, Lok Sabha. That's quite a bit of the students. Uh, yes, if that goes on for next 2-3 years along with your college, I think you are near your end. So not a problem. So anything else you like to add?
As I'm saying, we are in a very different era. Youth is, I think, the growth driver, and the kind of changes we are noticing. Earlier, lot of youngsters, they had a different feeling when they were entering colleges. Freedom, they'll get lot of time, they'll not be adhering to the schedule, uh, discipline, school discipline is going off. Those things were top of mind. But now when I talk to youngsters, in past few years, they're very focused. They know what they have to do, and setting goal early in
Determined
life.
mind. Determined.
Yes, and setting goal in life very early helps you in achieving that goal in due course of time. So if you are in college, make use, the best use of time is just revising what you have read in your school
They have
NCRT
a
books.
good library.
Yes,
And they are sitting in the minds of book. Pick up books which your teacher has suggested you. Take a glimpse of that also. I think that will also serve your purpose.
and I think when we look at colleges, universities, like in Delhi, in every college, there is one civil service society. Most
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah,
colleges.
yeah.
So now you have got environment. You have
It was
got
not during our days.
yes. So
Every college has some civil services society wherein people are requesting different institutions to perform, rather to organize some sort of seminar or other. Not only sub colleges, I have got requests from IITs, BITS Pilani, uh, to name a few. They are requesting, please come to our institution and help us to prepare for this examination. So this is the kind of change that sir is saying, as we can see among the youngsters.
you have to just look out. You'll find a lot of people like you. Very near, you'll find a peer group.
Not only that, sir, if they are in Delhi, in Murthy Bhavan, I think every day some sort of seminar is being organized, and stalwarts in their particular subjects are coming there to give a lecture. And somebody asked me how to write a good essay. Listen to them, you'll be writing a better essay than anybody else. So, and then that answers the questions of self-study versus coaching also. So if these sort of things are being done, perfectly fine.
The best thing is the time you'll devote right now would save your 2 years after graduation. You are in prime youth. Understand the value of time. Understand the kind of money that goes into your planned preparation if you start your preparation after graduation. So right now, if you're doing it along with your college studies, you can save both on time and energy and as well as money.
Sir, our next question is, how much time should I give to my IS preparation every day? See, that's definitely a personal choice, but I think minimum 8 to 10 hours is required
Yes.
daily to reach the desired goal. Then there's another question, sir. Anything you'd like to add?
See, it depends how many productive hours you are putting in, because sitting on table and studying for 10 hours may not yield any result. But if you are focused and you read for 4 hours, that will make your day. So you have to understand, when you are reading, when you are devoting time towards your preparation, you are very clear in your thinking that when you are on study table, you are completely into the subject which you are reading. So this is more
Definitely,
important.
sir. And how to increase your productivity, that you have to think. Let's say today Indian vessel bill has been passed in the parliament. It's very simple thing. You'll say, what is vessel? Now you do have to think, if there's a vessel, it has to run somewhere. It is running in water. Now, inland waterways. You might have heard of national highways, but might not have heard of inland waterways. So, how many waterways are there? If it is there, what is the, from which place to which place it is connected? So, this is how we'll raise the question among ourselves. See, a good reader or a good listener is one who can raise relevant question. Not just for the sake of reading or for the heck of reading, they are reading it and they are asking the question just for the heck of it. But if it is a productive intellect, it carries some intellectual dimension, you are bang on. One is reading definitely in the right direction.
Inquisitive mind you require.
See, UPSC also requires, why UPSC? If in any examination, if you are able to understand the pattern and if you are able to think, if this is a probable question this year, it means your preparation is in the right direction. Similarly, seeing the events of every day, if you are able to jot down your ideas and opinions which can improve the governance of the country, it means you are doing it rightly. So, what sir was saying, to increase the productivity, I think this is how you can definitely increase the productivity of your studies. So, our next question is, how should I mentally prepare myself for IAS? I think you should tell that.
See, this is a really good question. This exam is a big examination, a big task you are taking in hand. And in beginning, when I was talking about preparation from first year of your examination and doing it, this examination requires mental toughness as well. Your preparation, academic, whatever you're reading, that is okay. But if you're not having mental strength, you'll not be able to survive. This requires a strong mind, because you have to read so much. There'll be a lot of ups and downs during preparation. You'll read something when you'll be in coaching. You'll see that other student is performing better than you. He's more attentive, looking at things from different areas and putting some information which you may or may not know. So these kind of pressures, sometimes you feel that time is less, and then you have a vast syllabus to cover. So in every candidate's life, these ups and downs come, and nobody can say that it had been a really smooth path, it was smooth sail. If someone says, then probably he has not prepared for civil service examination.
Moreover, I should say, sir, why should you mentally prepare yourself for IAS? You may mentally prepare yourself for anything else also, but thinking of IAS itself is mentally preparing yourself. I think Piyush has asked it. So, Piyush, if you are thinking about IAS, means you are mentally prepared. No need to prepare yourself, but yes, how you should strengthen your mental strength so that you are ready to prepare for the IAS examination. And how should I mentally prepare? Go to the, we were answering somebody, go to the police station, see the officers there, go to income tax office, go to custom excise office, go to airport, see the role of the bureaucrats. If you see their roles, definitely there will be some triggers or other to get into services. They have got enough of power. And let me tell you, these powers are there to empower the general people. That power is not to build states. Of course, when it is needed, that is done. That is another issue. But the power to empower is somebody is with bureaucrats, and then if that fascinates you, you are mentally prepared. Just follow the pattern of preparing for the examination. I think it's
And I'll like to add one thing more. When we talk of preparation for civil service examination, we talk of 3 C's: caliber, courage, and commitment. So I think if you have got caliber, show courage to come forward and accept this challenge, and show commitment. And this commitment will give you the mental strength you need. So it's all about aspiring, attempting, and accomplishing. And this is what A cube is. 3 A's: uh, aspiring, aspiration, attempt, and accomplishment. So this is what you require, and I think if you are committed to your goal, you'll have the strength you need.
definitely, sir. Sonali has further added the question of, sir, how can I crack exam having higher marks? If you put in your regular effort, rest assured you will get higher marks. A lot depends upon your writing and all. How crispy, how to the point, all these kind of discipline you have will determine your marks in the examination. But before we see your writing, we cannot say what it would be. But yes, it is truly attainable. Follow the discipline, follow the suggested mandate. You are there with you will come off with flying colors. That's what I will say, sir. Anything else you
In this context, I'll say one thing: scoring higher marks in civil service examination, or you are talking about higher marks in academics. These are two different things.
Can I crack exam having higher marks?
So, see, your academic performance, past performance, is not a determinant in your success. Doesn't play any role in your certainly your knowledge, your accumulated knowledge, your confidence. That can help you, but this exam has its own requirements. So you have to understand uh, what this exam requires, and if you are able to fulfill those commitments. This is not scratching the surface. This is a big examination. End result is so big, like dream career of IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS. So when you are talking of such posts, you have to put in a little bit of effort. And I've seen a lot of youngsters who have forgotten everything around. They were just glued to their studies, and within 1 year, they were able to make it. I have numerous examples, and shortly I'm working on a series where I'll talk about all these successes, and I'll bring a lot of such candidates and their performance, and how they were able to carve this success for themselves. So this is all about you. See, no coaching institute can make you IAS or this is you who are at the center stage. You have to perform. You have to put in labor. You have to do effort from your side. You can get guidance from anyone. It could be any mentor. It could be any successful candidate, some of your relative, your seniors. You can get advice from any quarter. But ultimately, you are at the center. You have to perform. And if you are able to understand this, people look for coaching institutes that I'll get ready-made material to read. I'll get this thing, that
Sir,
thing.
I'm simply saying
So
one
that
word.
is not going to help you.
Sir, I'd like to add. If there is in simple one word, there is one answer. Right sense. Read sensical things. Read the articles of the good books. The articles from the learned person, whom the world respect. if you are doing these things, success would be yours. You'll definitely be come out with, I mean, you'll definitely be given higher marks. So I'll tell you one example. If we are asking you, if you have heard of this particular word, what is the role of a CAG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General of India? The answer would be, I came across one answer there where it was written, he helps in the maintenance of law and order. No, a CAG cannot help in the maintenance of law and order. So if you write this thing, who will give you marks? Although you'll say, oh, I have read all the books in the Constitution and Governance, this is where you are really tested. Because you read Constitution and Governance, they asked you, what is the role of CAG in the present changing economic world? Now you have to write in those contexts where the taxation law is changing, where the auditing law is changing, all those kind of things. Instead, one is writing and helps in the maintenance of law and order. Who will give you marks? Rather, if there is a possibility of analyzing in the maths, that should be there. So, what we mean to say? Write sensical, read sensical, perform sensically, get good marks. We have got one more question, sir. Is the preference being given to doctors, engineers, than a 3 years graduate? Our emphatic answer is big no.
No.
UPSC provides level playing field to everybody. So don't get bothered by these things that I am competing with doctors or engineers or some other professionals. So I would be looked down upon, or maybe in the interview would be given lesser marks. The irony is we have seen the toppers over a simple graduate.
Yes, a lot of toppers you will find with simple graduation, and they have been able to make into top 25, 30. So it's not any
No discrimination.
no discrimination as such. See, this is what your mindset is. You listen to so many things that only engineers, doctors, they perform well and they get marks. Look at their marks, their details, which optional subject they opted for. Probably they would have succeeded with history or geography or political science or maybe public administration. So they have,
Sir, a medical graduate is opting for anthropology.
yes,
Moment he is opting for anthropology, game is set. He's as good as you.
here you
engineer
need
opts
to
for
have a,
geography.
yes, you need to have a different mindset. UPSC has given you liberty. You have so many choices to right. It starts from when you want to appear in examination, at what age you want to appear in examination, what educational qualification after graduation. It's up to you. Which subject you are taking, which books you are reading. You've got so many choices offered by UPSC. It's you who has to decide what you have to do. And when we talk of optional subject, here again, it's all about are you able to do justice with the subject you have picked up or not? So your success depends on your performance. If you are able to achieve the level UPSC is looking for, then probably, as Saroj said, maybe if not first attempt, next attempt you will be definitely clearing this examinations. This is something where you have to have strong mind. You have to believe in self, that you are able to put in labor, put in hard work. You are focused, and with your preparation, you are evaluating yourself well. And after that, if you are appearing in the examination, God willing, you are going to be among the successful candidates.
Sure.
So it's not that only doctors, engineers, even a simple graduate can, and they are making into list. If you look
They
at
are the toppers.
sir, last year 4th rank Himanshu Jain, is simple graduate from Delhi University Hansraj College. Tina Dabi is one who has
BCom graduate from Hansraj College. I don't remember his name. 26th or 27th.
24th rank Abhishek Jain.
Abhishek.
Yes.
So there are myriad of examples for that. I think we have answered him. It's our determination, passion, and smart work should be more focused. Yes, yes. We are replying to your question. You're definitely right. Your determination and patience will determine your success.
Patience is a key word here. Perseverance and like
And the support of your parents.
it's
Somebody should always be there to keep your momentum up. The next question is, sir, how much time is enough for studying a day? Of course, we have answered it, but then once again, Anu, I think 8 to 10 hours a day is optimum if you are putting it in the right way, putting your effort in the right way. Sir, we have taken lot many questions. I think we have discussed about the planning, syllabus, everything, preliminary and mains examination, even essay also. You are also discussing about the current affairs. See, read the sense. Again, I'm using it many times. People will say you go and read Hindu newspaper. And in Hindu, if there is a election of, let's say, look at panchayat level, if that also you need to know, I mean that if you are focusing your time or devoting your time to read even that panchayat election, I think we are in the wrong direction. Read the things which can impact the India at a macro level. If that is being done, your purpose is served. This is how you have to take care of your current affairs. If you can find time, read two newspaper. If not, we are not naming any newspaper in particular. You know the name. I am not here to support or not to support any newspaper. Read good news, good articles.
But I think again here I would like to say reading newspaper is more important than picking up any of the coaching institutes current affairs.
Of course.
I've seen so many toppers talking about this, and like we look at study material, current affair notes. We rush to photocopy shops in Rajendra Nagar in Delhi, Mukherjee Nagar, and these current affair notes are just a pile on your table. How many students look at it? And if you're reading a newspaper, that is more than enough. What everyone makes in this current affairs basis
After reading it, one
only
has to turn
newspaper.
your thought.
So I may sound little bit strange as far as this current affairs preparation is concerned, but you have to be judicious. You look at I've
There is
seen
no end to it. What all will you read? There are thousands and millions of journals, magazines, dailies. How many they will read?
see coaching institute's role here is to teach you how to read newspaper, how to read in news, and
Your thought.
and how you regulate your thought, and you that thing goes into your memories so that you are getting it, you are able to recall that information when you need it in your examination hall, because kind of questions being asked in examination right now, there are few questions which look alien to us.
Sir, if I am able to recall it correctly, last year they asked the question ki how COVID has divided the Indian society. No, it is never mentioned in any of the textbooks. You have seen, you have observed the things, how the things impacted our society. You have to take out the answer. You have to frame it in the examination hall. Never, nowhere you will get it in a ready-made way. Right? Similarly, in every segment, you read and then think it. Until unless you think, nothing can happen. And none of the study material will think that way. That is your own thinking process, your the way you have molded yourself for this examination, the way you have heard from the seniors and teachers, that is going to help you. So read one or two newspapers or magazine, whatever. Listen to one good news channel. I think that will.
See, here again, once again, I'll talk about perception. You have to break these perceptions if you are to be successful. See, we quote example of a few hundred candidates who find their name in the holy merit list. Think of those lakhs of aspirants who fail every year. See how Hindi medium has suffered in last one decade just because of non-performance and probably not having the right direction. Here, I don't say that Hindi medium aspirants don't have caliber. They're brilliant. They have the fire. They have everything. But it's all about direction. And see, when we talk about path to success, you have to understand this examination is different from other examination. We individuals, every individual is different from others. What I do, what the way I understand, the way I understand things is totally different. This is my style. Your style may be different. For you, things may be different. And then uh, emulating others' way of studying, their way of preparation is not going to help you. So, first of all, this is your own effort which is going to make effort, your attempt successful. And other thing is, when you are preparing, if you are looking for crux, nowadays every institute is offering you crux of Yojana, crux of Hindu, crux of this, crux of this. Crux means they're they're giving a skeleton. They have already removed a lot of information out of that. So
X will not serve your purpose.
if you'll have that kind of information as your base, as your study material, I don't think you are going to be benefited out of that. You have to put in effort. You have so much of time in hand. Why you are worrying that these kind of things will save your effort? You have to put in big effort right now so that you are able to achieve big success. See, there is a saying, aim for the moon, you'll land at stars. So you aim for IS is your goal, and you'll achieve it. If you are not able to be among top 100 or so, you may be there. You may get IPS or IFS or IRS, and then you can again appear in the examination. You can again plan your attempt, and probably you will be able to make it in top 100 or top 50, what you look for. So this is understanding the things, understanding UPSC's intent. UPSC is institution which I really admire, and they have put everything in black and white in notification. And I don't know how many people read from. So if you're reading the notification, you'll get lot of insights.
Since we have talked about reading the notification, let me also put a little bit things there. See, since I'm doing it, since a lot of questions are like that, you should be, if you are from general category, on 1st of August, you should be less than 32 years if it is a matter of age requirement, or age wise. At 3 years for the OBC, 35 plus 2 means 37 years for SC/ST. The date on which it is calculated is 1st of August. We are flooded with these questions, so I think it is pertinent for us to put it here. And you need to be a graduate. You don't require any percentage for civil services examination. Lastly, sir, I think we don't have any further question. So we should sum up by saying, if you are committed to change the lives of thousands of people, this is the service for you. That's the first thing. So here, it's enough to ignite your desire to get into civil services. Particularly, if you want to change the lot of plight of the people in a more vehemently, then IAS would be the best service for you. Maybe IPS also. Once that is there, start your preparation well. We at AQYS promise you to give the best kind of guidance we can give, and let me tell you, it will be unparalleled. Why I am saying? Because a lot of you have asked, is it possible to crack it in first attempt or not? How much time it takes? Ours is a well-designed course which is giving 800 hours for you to study, for us to teach rather, because the whole gamut of this examination requires time, isn't it, sir?
True.
And then within 500 hours, 400 hours, nobody can do justice with you. So, with a lot of deliberation, we have decided to go for 800 hours of classes. That is unparalleled as of now. Join us. We'll definitely hold your hand if you have achieved your
Sir,
success. Sir, anything else?
in fact, I would like to take 4 questions which I got in the morning on my personal WhatsApp. The first question is answer writing skills, importance of answer writing.
Sir, answer writing should be the see. We have been taught since school days. टीचर से देखो तो क्वेश्चन क्या है, तो सबसे पहले हमें देखना है कि क्वेश्चन क्या है. मान लीजिए, I'll tell you, there's a question: what is the role of the writers in attaining the freedom struggle and changing the lives of the society? अब वहाँ वर्ड आ गया फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल, तो आप पूरा फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल ही लिख देंगे. Who will give you marks? Sir, will anybody give marks? No, because they have asked you what is the role of the writers. So the focus should be on the writers, less on the freedom struggle and the society. So that's why our teachers used to say, क्वेश्चन देखो, क्वेश्चन को देखिए और तब लिखेंगे आप, आपके आंसर्स यूजुअली अच्छे ही होंगे. The second important thing is you have to restrict yourself within the word limit. हिंदी में कहावत है, गागर में सागर भरना. यदि गागर में सागर भरने आ गया तो आपसे बड़ा कोई नहीं है. So put everything, put ocean in the picture. That is the correct in English translation. I don't know whether it is correct or not. But गागर में सागर भरिए. और देखिए, ये पूरा गेम 1750 मार्क्स का है. 1750 मार्क्स का मतलब है आपको IAS बनाना, आपको मेरिट लिस्ट में रखना, आपको रेवेन्यू सर्विस या रेलवे सर्विसेज दिलाना, व्हाटसोएवर, आई मीन सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. तो ये सारे 1700 मार्क्स जो है 1750 मार्क्स ये रिटन वे में. और रिटन वे में यदि आपके लैंग्वेज अच्छे नहीं हैं, आपने शब्दों का चयन अच्छा नहीं किया है, ग्रामेटिकली आई मीन सिंटैक्स एंड सिमेंटिक्स आपके सही नहीं है, तो क्यों दे मार्क्स आपको कोई? दुनिया बोलती है सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट. जो अच्छे होंगे उनको अच्छा मार्क्स मिलेगा. Yes, anybody will respect you if you have knowledge. But then if there's a competition, the one who has a better knowledge will definitely be awarded. To attain that level of good marks or that level of knowledge, yes, you'll have to work on your answers also, because I mean your language also, because with proper language one will be able to express oneself properly. And the whole game is about expression.
True.
So 2-3 things: focus of the question, extent of coverage, language. That's all.
Yes. And
Restriction within the word limit.
yes. And as Sarit said again in the earlier questions answer, how much you read, that helps you in like you get lot of information, vocabulary, and reading some journal books in addition to your course books. That gives you a lot of words, your vocabulary.
If something can be expressed in one word, and if one doesn't have a good word with him or her, she'll be writing or he'll be writing in 5 words. So you are unnecessarily wasting your time. I mean, wasting your words.
On answer writing practice, the skill comes with practice. When you'll write, you'll get your answer checked. You're informed about the shortcomings, in what area you are going wrong. Those kind of evaluation advice when you get, you improve, and next time when you write, you read and write and then rewrite. You develop the skill, and this is what is required for this examination. So this is one skill which you will attain. There are few youngsters, few persons who have got inborn quality. They have got such a command over language, expression, and they can use that kind of language which really pleases the one who read that.
Let your language talk to the person who is reading it.
Exactly. This is what this is one thing which you can learn. So it's not that this is inborn quality. This is this answer writing skill is you can gain and you can improve and you can reach
Let's
that level.
discussion further. We have a thumb rule. You must have studied a thumb rule in your electricity and magnetism chapter even in class 10 and in higher studies also. So the thumb rule for answer writing is show it to your junior. If you have your brother or sister in your home, show your answer to him or her. If she or he is convinced with your answer, if she could understand that particular concept with your answer, let me tell you, your examiner will definitely give you 50 to 60% marks. That's the thumb rule. Nobody will take this. Because don't take examiner to be one who is knowing everything. Rather, I want, as an examiner, I would like to learn from your answer scripts. If you are able to convince me, why not? I'll give you 80% also. If you have not been able to convince me, why should I give you marks? And that litmus test is your younger brother or sister.
See, we talk about this thing in context to Hindi medium also when we talk that examiner doesn't give good marks in Hindi and other vernacular languages. I think if anyone is understanding what you have written and if you have written it clearly to the point, you are going to get marks. Nobody can stop you in gaining good marks. So it's all about substance. It's all about sticking to the point, lucid language and concise answers, staying within the word limits that question requires. I think this is all you require to score good marks. The next question is, which we have already answered, how much time to study in a day?
I think we have discussed,
Twice, but again, I'll say you plan your day first, and then accordingly, you should not be having any sort of hindrance when you are reading. If you have got hindrance, then definitely your attention span would be like you cannot concentrate on what you are reading. So quality hours you should give to your preparation, even if it is 6 to 7 hours serious study, even then you can do it. 8 hours, definitely 8 to 10 hours, because when you have to prepare this syllabus within years time, you need to put in this much of effort.
Gayatri has asked very good question. There are two questions from her side, sir. One we have already answered just now. That is main points will bring us more marks. We told you it should be the focus, the crispy one within the word limit. All those things we have already discussed. The other aspect of our question is how to stay motivated for a long time. It's very true for a youngster. It's very difficult for a youngster to stay motivated for next 1 year or 2 years. So what would you say?
Dream for the end result, IAS, career in Indian Administrative Service, and that is enough to motivate you. Nothing else except this dream. I'm telling you, this is out of experience. I'm saying I've interviewed more than 1350 IAS toppers, and this dream of this post is the biggest motivating. And the other thing, if you are looking for motivation, look at your parents, kind of sacrifice they are making. Nowadays, during these tough times of Corona, where economically a lot of families and kind of second wave, we have seen the miseries and the way health-related issues have affected families. Look at your parents, and it's their hard-earned money which you are putting in your preparation, your coaching fee and books and study material. If you are coming out of your hometown and coming to center like Delhi, staying here, so all those things cost a lot. And if you look at your parents, their role, and without their support, it's difficult.
So wherever you are living, see your area of interest. As the people, for example, government is saying har ghar jal mein har ghar nal ka jal, means in every household there should be water from the municipality side, or there should be a tap water. See, has it been accomplished? So long it has not been accomplished, it means you are required there. If you are a doctor, did you see anything in health sector which are still unmet? If that is there, your desire is still alive. So these are the ways to keep yourself motivated. Once you get demotivated, visit the nearby tourist stations, or if you believe in God, if you are atheist, go to the different pilgrimage places. It will definitely be uplifting your morale, and your motivation will be up. No need to go to any psychologist for seeking what is it, motivation. Motivation should be within, and how it will come from within, I told you. See the different parameters where your near and nearby people are missing. If that is not met, it means people like Gayatri is still required in the service to change those requirements or meet those requirements. It will automatically keep you motivated.
You look at the success stories of lot of toppers, common next door boy, girl, achieving big success, appearing in merit list in top 10, top 20. You'll have lot of such stories. Probably you'll find a few whose background would match with you. If you're looking for motivation, you need positivity. This examination requires positive attitude. If you are positive, you'll have so many things which will motivate you. And if you are negative, you are surrounded by negative people, you are surrounded by people who are not believers, then probably you will need some definitely some mentor who can give you some motivation, right direction. But if you are surrounded by positive people, surrounded by people who encourage you to perform to the best, then definitely it's not a big thing. And read little about successful candidates. That's enough to motivate you.
I think we have dealt with every question.
The last question.
Gayatri MS, what type of thinking we have to develop to be a bureaucrat? Your thinking should be always there to help the people. I told you, you should get the power to empower the people. You have to impart the skills. You have to reduce the poverty. You have to uplift the health scenario of your area, or maybe at the pan-Indian level. Let's say Prime Minister Jan Arogya Yojana is there. You could be one part of that particular program. So, who thought about this kind of program 3 or 4 years before? Nobody. So these are the things. For example, how the plight of the old age people should be improved. How you can reduce the child delinquency, how you can lessen the crime rate of the area you are living in, or for that matter, any other area.
I think during this Corona period, you must have come across the role of administration and police, the way DMs, collectors, IPS officer, police, they have rendered service. I think this is the biggest example, and it's a real live source of inspiration and motivation for you guys. Understand, look at the way the system at work. Government is there, they're doing their role, but on ground, all the policies, everything is being implemented by civil servants, and you are aiming to be among one of them. You are going to be part of this administrative system. So give all you have to your dreams and make your dreams success.
With this, I think we can wrap up. If you have any further topic to be discussed, please put it in the comment box. Maybe next time we meet, we'll be coming with those topics. And in the course of time, we'll definitely be doing something or other. So that will also generate some more questions. So see you next time. Thank you, sir. Yeah, yeah.
And last, I will say, subscribe to our channel. Here we are giving you a lot of current topics, videos on the topics which are trending, which could be probable questions maybe in your prelims or main examination.
So see, those topics have been selected with a lot of effort, which carries the examination value. So please subscribe. We are giving 3-4 topics every day.
Every day.
So even if these 3-4 topics over the year makes 1500 almost or 1400 almost, that would be enough for you to secure the top ranks.
And I would like to announce one more thing from Monday, that's 2nd of August, we are starting a series for Prelims 21, Atulya.
Prelims Atulya, that will be one of its kind of program wherein 250 topics will be covered in 60 days in 600 minutes. So don't wait, join our channel, we'll be viewing it. Those who are trying to appear this year or even otherwise, it will be highly beneficial.
All the best. Thank you so much. Thank you for staying with us.
Stay safe. See you in the merit list very soon.
Keep preparing.
Yeah. So,
all the
this will
best.
be part, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. God bless. How is what? ठीक है सर? पर ये चल रहा था?
यहाँ से पकड़ो, चल रहा है।